Okay, so I think it was about a month or two ago, I said that I was going to put my writing tips playlist on a pause and come back when I had some information, like some tips on going wide. And I figured I would hop on and kind of give what I've seen so far. Okay, so at this point, I only have one book left that's on KU, and I'm waiting for it to go through its, like, I guess, last cycle. And it goes off in a couple weeks. Okay, so last month, month of May, I noticed that I had four orders, not for KU. So if you're new to indie writing and you're trying to figure out how KU works, let me explain. So when you have an order, that means, if you're not on a free promo, that means that someone has purchased your book. When they are in KU, it's a free download. That does not show up. The only thing that shows up with the KU are the pages read. Okay? So last month I had 4 orders. Okay? Four people bought my books. All right? I have sold, I would say, when I looked at my dashboard, it was like 260 something I've sold. That was in a 3-year span. Okay, in a 3-year span. However, I've not sold this many books in a short amount of time at once. And what I mean by that is within, I would say, probably 2 or 3 days, I had multiple orders. So it probably came from one person, but still, that is a number of orders I've not seen in that short amount of time. I have seen maybe 1 or 2 within like a week or so of each other. I've seen like maybe 6 or 7 orders, maybe 8 orders in a month. Again, those were kind of rare because a lot of my readers were on KU. So I will say that I seem to have gotten more orders in a short amount of time since going wide than I did in KU itself. And I have to admit, I was really worried in a lot of ways about going wide, because when you are on the same kind of platform and the routine is set, I guess you could say, it's scary to leave that. And I was on KU for 3 years before I got off and went wide. So naturally, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if my readers don't follow? What if I don't get new readers at all? You know, because I was used to the binge readers on KU. Okay, so far it's going good. Weirdly though, and I don't know if this is a dashboard problem or what, because there's no telling with Amazon, but one of the orders I got last month, they're just now doing the read through, I think, right now. But it's kind of hard to tell because that could have been from KU before it came off KU, because once you download a book in KU, it can stay in your Kindle library regardless of it going wide or not. As long as you've already downloaded the book in KU, it can stay in the Kindle library. So for all I know, you know, the pages read in that book is from someone or people that have downloaded it back when it was on KU. So to know that data, I really don't know. But, you know, it's weird. And there's something else that I'm kind of, the thing about KU also, that I've really noticed in the last several months with my readership, is that people will download books like no tomorrow, but they'll sit there in people's Kindles. I did not really have that problem for a long time, up until the last several months, probably 6 or 7 months. Like, it's like around December, January, I started noticing where I'm like, wait a minute, you know, I've gotten a lot of, you know, downloads and stuff like that, you know, because I would do this one promo like right after Christmas, and I noticed that it used to be where when I would do it, I would get a lot of pages read after the promo. So like a week or two after the promo, I would get a lot of pages read on that promo. But I noticed that this past December, I didn't get that. I got downloads, but I didn't get nearly the amount of pages read as I used to. And I think it's because people are basically hoarding books, is what I think is happening. So I'm hoping eventually I can get, people reading them, because when you read them, it also helps as well, because you can leave reviews and all that good stuff. And there's nothing a writer loves more than reviews, okay, and free publicity, whether you liked it or you didn't, okay? So that's now 1 month of going wide. I'm going to hop on next month. Next month, okay, I want to go ahead and tell you this now. I signed up for my first Kobo promo, and it's going on right now on Kobo. It's Winner Takes All and The Beast. Those are the two books that are in it right now. Kobo is very different when it comes to Amazon. Amazon is live, where it gives you your data. Kobo is several days to a few weeks. And if you're on Kobo Plus, which I am, you don't get your data until after the month is over. So I have no idea at all what's really happening with those books. And apparently, also when it comes to a Kobo promo, you also don't get all the data usually until after the promo is over. So again, I have no idea. All I know is that it's doing relatively well in terms of rankings, but that's all I know. So I really don't know how many downloads, how many orders I've had or download, how many Kobo Plus people have been reading it, how many pages read. I have no idea. So tune in next month, because I'm going to go over that and share that with you, and kind of give you an idea of what that particular promo brought me and if it was worth participating in. So tune into that next month, because that should be some pretty interesting data. Let's just hope it's good data. Okay? Because that promo is going on to the end of June. So it's a month-long promo. And I also signed up to do I think it was a 10-day promo next month on Kobo. And hopefully they'll approve me, because I also want to compare that data from a 10-day promo to a 30-day promo. Because I think that data is going to be significantly different. Okay? It's called FOMO. But tune in next month, and I'll give you all the deets on that.